Hi. So last week I did a survey of this group and I asked, what are your biggest challenges when it comes to finding and fulfilling your calling? And half of you were like, I don't know what my calling is. And then the other half were like, I don't know how to make money from my calling. So I wanted to shoot this short video just to address both of those things. So sometimes we have a calling, but we don't actually realize it's a calling because we think that a calling is something that you need to monetize, that a calling is something that that you need to make a living doing. And yes, it can totally be that. It can also be that it's just something that you do on the side, like a passion project, and then you support that with a good enough job. But I totally get wanting to make money from your calling because money is awesome. So how do you do that? How do you bridge the gap? And something I want to say before I tell you that is that sometimes people think that their calling isn't actually a calling because they don't see how to bridge the gap. They think that what they love to do and what they feel compelled to do and what they're drawn to do is so unique and so weird and so off the beaten path that nobody would pay for it. So if this is you, or you know what your calling is and you're just not sure how to make money off of it, this is what you need to do. You need to look at that thing that you love and ask yourself, what problem could this solve for other people? This is at the root of marketing. This is at the root of having a business. All businesses solve a problem for other people, right? Even if you're looking to get another job or move into another paying career where you're working for a company, you're still solving problems for other people. So look at that thing you love to do and ask, how does it solve a problem for other people? Now, this might not seem apparent. So maybe you love travel, right? And the thing that lights you up more than anything in the world is going off the beaten path, going to exotic destinations and going off the beaten path and staying with families and meeting the locals and eating local food and discovering all the hidden local cultural gems. So what problem could this solve for other people? Well, there's a lot of people who would love to do what you do, but are terrified of it. So perhaps you could create a training program for them, or perhaps you could create some sort of bridge program where you connect families with locals, or perhaps you create some sort of a blog or a book where you describe what people are like in the different places you live, right? And then you monetize that. So think about what problems could the thing you love solve? Okay, now imagine that it's not travel that's your thing, but maybe your thing is something artistic. So something like working with your hands. Maybe you're a sculptor, like my friend Nuno, who is a sculptor and does a lot of other really cool things and has these really cool, very whimsical sculptures. So maybe you're a sculptor who makes very unusual sculptures and you think, I just love doing this, but I don't know how to make money. I mean, I've tried Etsy, but I don't understand really how I can monetize this passion of mine. So think about your sculptures and or your art, and think about what problem does this art solve for other people, because it's going to help you position yourself. So if you make stuff that's high-end, little dog there, I love it. If you make stuff that's high-end, maybe the thing that your art creates for other people is a feeling of status, or a feeling of yes, I can afford this, or a feeling of beauty. Or if you make things that are really unusual, maybe the thing that your art creates for other people is a sense of individuality, or a conversation piece, or something that makes them stand out to visitors in their home, right? Or maybe you make something that's really serene, and this is something that can help with people who just need to relax or have a point of meditation or are thinking about bigger issues, right? I paid, oh my God, I have a photograph that's like a blown up photograph in my apartment that I absolutely love, that I paid $3,000 for. And I did that because it was so unique and it was such a conversation piece. And whenever people come over, they look at it and it always leads to an interesting conversation because you can't really figure out what it's of. So think about the problems that your art or the thing that you make might solve for other people. And this will help you figure out how you can monetize your calling. Now, if you need extra help with any of this, if you're feeling stuck, I would love to help you. You can book a Kickstart session. That's a 30-minute interactive one-on-one coaching session. It's absolutely free, and I will put a link in the comments below. You got this.